This Tuesday night, doing something a little different. I'm gonna try to do a commentary video. Y'all know I don't know how to put it up on my screen, so it's a little bootleg. Bear with me. We're gonna do a video tonight, um, given to us by an awesome content creator named Will Evans. He's awesome, and I think he's kind of new on YouTube. He's gonna blow up. I like him. Um, it says ulgnd.com. I think he has his own website. But anywho, this brother, he breaks this Epstein stuff down. Y'all hear me? And I hope y'all can hear it because I'm close as I can get to my laptop. And I want y'all to hear what this brother has to say about Ellen, Oprah, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Nicki Minaj, everybody. This brother good, y'all. He had my mouth on the floor. And I'm normally not surprised. Good evening, Latasha. Hey, Brenly, and Miss, who else on here? Lisa, how y'all doing tonight? We doing a little commentary. Hey, Misha. We doing a little commentary video on Mr. Evans. Is it Mr. Evans? I done said his name wrong already. Yes, Will Evans. Check this out, y'all. Be patient with me, and I hope y'all can hear. Put your ear to the phone or the TV because it's not that loud. Check out what this brother have to say, and remember to push like, tap the screen, and remember I have to keep stopping to get my 2 cents though, so don't get mad because I know it get juicy and y'all don't want me to stop. But per se, YouTube, I have to stop every few minutes. Okay, here we go.
Jeffrey Epstein, in his trial or his case, his files, have turned the internet upside down. He was asked if he was the devil himself in an interview. And this interview comes from the files. And this is what he had to say.
What class do sexual predator? Tier 1. What's tier 1? Tier 1's the highest and worst? No, it's the lowest. But do you think you're the devil himself? No, I do have a good mirror. It's a serious question. I'm sorry. Do you think you're the devil himself?
I don't know if y'all heard what he asked him. He said, do you think you're the devil yourself? And he said, I'm tier 1. Listen to this fool.
I don't know. Why would you say that? Because you have all the attributes. You're incredibly smart. You remember, the devil is somebody else. The devil's brilliant. You read Milton's Paradise Lost. No, the devil scares me.
Do I believe that Jeffrey Epstein is the devil himself? No. I believe that Satan is a government in itself. Now, you have Satan, the fallen angel. That's one person, or one entity, I should say. But Satan's government consists of demons and hierarchy. I almost like to say, I like to use this analogy when we describe Satan's kingdom. If you guys watch The Walking Dead, the show The Walking Dead, if you remember the episodes when Negan, the character Negan, was first introduced, and all Negan's followers would say, I am Negan. When people would say, where's Negan? And some random person that works for Negan would say, I am Negan. I believe that Satan's kingdom, which is of this world according to the Bible, I believe that his kingdom operates the same way. So is Jeffrey Epstein...
Let me explain what he's saying for the people that don't understand or following. And it's real because it's in the Bible. He said you are who you with, pretty much. Who you around, who you follow. Like y'all uncle over in the White House, the people that follow him is just like him. You become that person. That's why you have to be careful about the company you keep. That's what they're saying. Whoever followed behind Epstein, they demonic as hell too. Even if they didn't do nothing, they just his friend.
Esteem the devil himself? No, he's just a person.
Tap your phone. Hey, Miss Marjorie.
The devil works through him and worked through him. And do I believe that he's the only one? No. I believe that the celebrities that a lot of us and a lot of
Look
people
at y'all
love,
girl Beyonce.
and that people can't get past seeing them as celebrities and icons. These people are just as bad as Jeffrey Epstein. And the information that I'm about to show you guys and the rabbit hole I'm about to take you down is going to blow.
Remember, I have to keep stopping. Look at Beyonce for a minute, y'all. Take a look at her. Do she not look wicked? She got horns on her head. Like, the hat look like horns. She looked like a witch, demon, or somebody. Like, she's here to do a ritual. These people are demonic, and he just said it. When they celebrities, folks try to overlook their wrongdoing, and this is why they're able to get away with so much demonic stuff, because they are famous, and people love celebrities.
Your mom. Because it blew mine when I seen it and when I went through this thing. Which is why we're a little late on the live stream today. My
Hey,
name is
Miss
Will Evans.
Janice.
Welcome to Will Evans Live. If you've never been here on the live stream, we have a very, very specific way of doing things. I like to go through all the information. We have a subscriber-only chat. If you're not a subscriber, you're not going to be able to be in the comment section. If you want to donate to the platform, donate on Cash App. Salute to Cash App for the
I need to
partnership.
do this.
At ULegend, ULGND. Keep it respectful with each other in the chat and respectful all the subscribers, or you'll be banned. We have a lot of information to get to, so this live stream might run a little longer. This show today might run a little longer. So bear with me as we go through the different things that I have to show you guys, because it is a lot of information. And it's some things that's just going to be extremely shocking. We always start every live stream with a prayer, giving the glory and honor to God. And the purpose of the platform.
He about to pray. I like him. He put God first. Check him out, y'all. His name again is Will Evans, and his information is on the screen.
Is to show people the difference between true success and the optical illusion of success. And a lot of times what we see in the entertainment industry is an optical illusion of success. And you think that these people are just doing everything the right way. But in reality, behind the scenes, you don't know the evil things that are going on. When we look at the Harvey Weinsteins and the Sean Diddy Combs and the Jeffrey Epsteins, these people aren't operating as solo entities. They're not doing this stuff by themselves. So when we look at this, and when I show y'all all this information on Beyonce and Jay-Z and Ellen DeGeneres and Oprah Winfrey and Madonna and everything that I'm about to go through today, and Basquiat, and how it all ties together, it's gonna trip you out.
Madonna?
Now, I have to be very careful, because these are powerful people that I'm about to expose and talk to you guys
Thank
about.
you, Pam Pam.
So I'm going to be careful with my words and careful how I frame things, but I'm going to give you the truth of the information. We're going to use articles to do so. Let's start with our prayer, and let's jump into this content. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for another day, Lord. Thank you for being the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and giving us dominion over all the demons that walk on this earth, God, knowing that we have salvation through you. Lord, I ask that you bless everybody that's listening. I ask that you continue covering us, Lord. Continue giving us travel and mercy for the ones that are on the go or at work listening, Lord. And God, I ask that you let everything that I say that's correct be clear that it came from you, and anything incorrect, let it be clear that it came from me and my flesh, Lord. In Jesus' name.
Jesus'
Amen.
name, amen.
To start a podcast,
Great young
Riverside,
man.
all
Hold
you
on,
need is a
y'all. I can't watch
concept and a way to record it.
commercials.
Here's how it works.
Here we go.
Man, listen. Some things we don't want to believe, because it will shatter what we feel is our reality. You don't want to believe that somebody that you support, somebody that has created art that you love, or created products that you love, can be demonic. But the reality of it is, nobody's going to come to you with red horns
I see.
and red skin and tell you that they're evil. The Bible says in Proverbs that an enemy will approach you with kisses, and a friend will give you wounds. So a lot of times you don't even know that you're dealing with somebody that's not of the same righteousness as you, or attempting to have the same righteousness as you, or even have the same spirit or beliefs. You're dealing with evil people and you don't even know, because they approach you with something that makes you feel good. It could be music, that makes you feel good. We know that Lucifer was the angel of music before he fell and became Satan. It could be artwork.
Did y'all hear what he just said? He said Lucifer was the angel of music before he fell. You know, he made beautiful music, right? Look on the screen. Who makes beautiful music? Wow.
It could be whatever it is that makes you feel like, you know what? I like this person. I want to start with Ellen DeGeneres.
Diddy Janice? Okay.
Actually, before we even get to that, because we have so much information to get to, let's start with 50 Cent. 50 Cent made a statement about women being just as bad as Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein in the entertainment industry. And we know how 50 Cent is. He's going to say what he feels. He's going to tell the truth. At least history has shown that 50 is going to tell us as much as he can in his own way. He said that there's a lot of women in the entertainment industry that are in positions of power that are just as bad as Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, and all these guys in these stories that we hear about the men, but because they're women, we don't hear the stories. Today we're going to break some of that down. Listen to what 50 Cent had to say.
You know one woman that did some crazy stuff and nobody's paying attention to and they still love her and they take up for her and she runs around with Diddy too. And they dog Diddy, but they don't dog her. Mary J. I know y'all love Mary, but Mary J. allegedly had a relationship with a teenager named Danny Boy. He wrote a whole book about it. In his book, he stated how she was flying him back and forth from Chicago. He was like 17, sleeping with him on her cycle. And he said it kind of traumatized him because he was a kid. Nobody said nothing about Mary. Let's continue.
But all of these things that they would see, this would come from what they would say was wrong with the heterosexual males' behaviors, like Weinstein, the other people who took advantage of these opportunities in the past. But this stuff happens from a female perspective, put them in position also. The woman is not so attractive that ends up the lead, the head, like the showrunner or someone who calls the shots and stuff like that. And she gets in position and she starts.
I hope y'all can catch what these people saying, because I can read them very well. Did y'all hear what 50 just said? Remember, I got to keep stopping it. Don't get mad at me, you guys. And I need you, no, before I continue, y'all have to tap the screen. I'm not going to continue showing videos and talking and people don't show love to the channel. You know, if you go watch my channel, at least tap the screen, show love, or push the white thumbs up to show some love over here, because that's what keeps the channels going, okay? So please show some love to the channel. But if y'all paying attention, to listen to what they're saying, because a lot of stuff they can't say, so they're indirectly saying it. He just said some women are not that attractive, but they end up being in control and running stuff. Think of in your mind who is not that attractive and they have a lot of money and we've been told they run shit. Bingo.
Things shift in her life because she's not, because of success. Meaning that relationship that was sufficient is no longer sufficient because she's bringing home billions of dollars. Has to be an adjustment made now because maybe he was a priority prior to her earning more money. Then when that shifts, I've seen it, I've watched it in front of me. If you did make an issue of it, they would look at you and say, men have been doing this for so long, how dare you say something about it? Right? So it's not about right and wrong, it's about penalizing past behavior. Because when it happens from a female perspective, I dare you to say something about it when men have been doing it for so long. And so you said the actual act is not wrong. And when it's done from a male perspective, it's wrong. When it's done from a female perspective, it was a choice.
Wow.
I thought that was very interesting and telling from 50 Cent. Him saying that he's seen it with his own eyes. He's seen it himself. That there's people out there, women specifically, that people will condemn Harvey Weinstein and guys like that for the same actions that these women are committing, because these women get into positions of power, and now that they're in a position of power, they feel justified in doing it because, well, men have been doing this for years. And we never hear those stories because we typically, as a society, don't see women as predators.
Thank you, Miss Marjorie. Keep telling people to tap the screen because they still not doing it. Show some love to the channel, please. But did y'all hear what he said? He said when men do demonic, wicked stuff, they condemned. When women do it, it's accepted because they can say, well, men do it. For prime example, and people got mad at me about these people, Diddy and Cassie and Daphne Joy, 50 Cent baby mother. How in the heck was Diddy on trial? And he the one that did not have intercourse with nobody. The women were doing it. But Diddy went to jail. Do you see what I'm saying? He went to jail, and the ones was actually doing the act, they were the victims. This is what he's saying.
For you. We see them as the weaker vessels. And so you don't never take the time to actually look at certain women. And so when we look at this Jeffrey Epstein thing, one of the names that came up when I was researching the whole situation and looking at the files, one name that kept recurring and coming up repeatedly was Ellen DeGeneres.
Bingo.
Aaron Rodgers, NFL quarterback, previously has spoke about Ellen DeGeneres and said her show set was reminiscent of Epstein's Island Temple. Said it was pretty much the same thing. And so when he was doing an interview with Joe Rogan, he made comments about this, and Joe Rogan tried to kind of just like brush him off and say, nah, we're not gonna make that claim. But Aaron Rodgers was, pretty bold about it. And he said that this is the same temple from Epstein Island that Ellen DeGeneres used as a background for her show set. I'm
gonna stop it so y'all can look at it really well. Do y'all think that's the same set? This is the Epstein Island, and this is Ellen's set behind her. And they said that she made her last season the Epstein Island set. Do it look the same? Didn't I say they do stuff right in our face and we don't know it? We didn't know that. They do stuff right in our face.
Last season on air. Now you guys look at this picture and let me know in the chat if you think it's very similar or if you think it's the same. That's the temple on Epstein Island. That's a picture of it. And this is Ellen DeGeneres' set. So right there, antennas went up. And you guys can see to the right side of it, it does look very similar.
Oh yeah, that's the same set. See the stripes and everything. Hold on, guys. I can't show commercials.
Getting paid $10,000, $15,000, or $25,000 for one keynote talk. That, you know what?
So when I looked into Ellen DeGeneres' story, I realized that, oh, okay, this was the set, the background that they used for her final season. And the reason that it was her final season was because she says that she was retiring from talk shows. Ironically, just very shortly before these Epstein files were coming out and Donald Trump was being pressed around the time that Ellen DeGeneres decided to retire, to release the files. And so it said the article says back in 2024, November, Ellen surprised her fans when she had reported that her and her longtime wife, Portia de Rossi, intended to sell their California home in favor of living in England long term. So they ended up moving to the UK.
Hold on, I don't know what I done did.
She said the controversial stand-up comedian confirmed that Donald Trump's election played a major role in the couple's decision to live abroad. Isn't that interesting? They moved to Cotswolds.
Please show some love to the channel. I gotta keep telling y'all, guys. Y'all not listening to my mods tonight. I need y'all to really show some love. And one of the people following along said, no, Ellen's show was not canceled because of Donald Trump. The show was canceled because she treated her workers bad. You really believe that? You really believe her workers meant more than her? That they canceled her show because of her workers? Come on, man. You can't believe that. Pay attention, y'all.
Isn't that interesting? Donald Trump being elected made you flee the country? He was already elected before. See, it's a to some people that would be a justifiable excuse. Oh yeah, see, if I had the money to leave, because I hate Donald Trump so much too, but he was elected before and you didn't leave the country. So what about this election was different? Maybe, and we don't know, but maybe Donald Trump saying that he was going to release all the Epstein files as a campaign tool, which salute to Trump, because for better or worse, him being in those files, they say thousands of times in the 3-4 million pages or whatever, he still did release them. And he said that he would, and he did. But during his campaign, he was saying that, I'm going to release the Epstein files. And when he was elected, you said, okay,
I'm going to give y'all my personal opinion. I don't think that's why she left because of Donald Trump, because she knew he all in the files too. You know who do dirt with you. So she knew he wasn't going to say too much, so I don't think that made her run. You know what I think made Ellen run? I think when her BFF Diddy went to jail, they wasn't sure was he going to snitch. She ran right after Diddy got indicted. So that's what I believe, because she know what happened to Twitch. I see Twitch name all over here tonight. Yes, I know, and I believe Ellen and Diddy and several others tried to get Twitch, fine little Twitch, involved in their mess, and he kept saying no. So my personal belief, I believe his wife said yes, and she helped sacrifice him. Because right after, she was with a white man with blonde hair and blue eyes, pretty much. That ain't what your husband looked like. So your flavor just changed that fast? Or was that your flavor the whole time? Let's continue.
got to get out of here. Isn't that interesting? So she made the decision to move to the UK, wrap her show up, and she said, quote, we got here the day before the election and woke up to lots of texts from our friends with crying emojis. And I was like, he got in. So the whole thing was, that's a quote from Ellen. She told BBC in July 2025, we're staying here. Meaning she's not coming back to the States. Now we know the connection between Epstein and Prince Andrew and that whole situation. We know that
Ellen left with her lover and said they're never coming back when Donald T won. She said she's never coming back. People were texting them with crying emojis, letting her know they won. And somebody just said something I didn't know. J-Lo left the country too, and she didn't even have custody of her children. What's wrong with these celebrities? Do y'all see the celebrities who listen to their music and enjoy them and want to be like them? These people demonic as hell. This why I'm very selective now with the movies I watch. Like I told you, my son don't have TVs in his house. I'm very selective listening to music. I hardly ever listen to music. Because when you really think about your life, we let so many wicked spirits into our mind. And we wonder why our life ends up the way it ends up. We have to be careful who we and what we entertain.
the chairman of Universal Music Group, Lucian Grange, was knighted in the UK and is very connected in the UK when it comes to the entertainment and music industry. Obviously, he runs Universal Music Group, which is, they own like 80% of all music in all genres. So we know that the UK has a significant tie to the entertainment industry and this Epstein thing as well.
Did y'all catch that? Lucian Grange, I call him Granger. He's buddy with Clyde Davis, who also run a lot of the R&B artists. And Lucian, he has 80% ownership of all the music from country to rock and roll to rap to R&B. He owns 80%. So you can't tell me Lucian don't know what's going on in the industry. His boy is Clyde. You can't tell me if Lucian want to tell these little rap boys, if y'all keep on doing this gangster rap and pow pound each other, y'all won't have a career. He owns 80%. That means he runs Hollywood. Isn't it awfully funny that people dying off all around them and him and Clyde Davis own every damn thing? Man, come on. Now we know who the wicked ones are.
So I thought that was interesting, right? She went over there, relocated to Cotswolds.
Hey, Peggy. Uh-oh.
We've got great
Hold
news for
on,
senior.
hold on. I can't watch. Can't do commercials.
I also thought it was interesting that her last week of having the show, one of the people that she had on was Oprah Winfrey.
Here we go.
Another name that keeps coming up around this Epstein-Weinstein stuff. And Oprah has said some things in the past that makes her a questionable character anyway when it comes to these type of conversations on abuse. I want to play this video, letting you hear Oprah's own words about,
Hey, you guys, when y'all hear what Oprah said, listen to this very, very careful. And tell me what y'all think. I want everybody to make a comment after y'all hear what Oprah say. So listen very careful. Everybody on here need to make a comment and tell me what y'all think about what Oprah just said. Listen to her.
Sexual abuse. Check out what Oprah had to say.
So this is what so many people don't understand. A big part of the confusion and shame for child victims is that the attention and the seduction from the predator, who is probably going to be somebody you know. In order for it to work, it has to be somebody you know, somebody you admire, somebody you respect, or maybe even love. And it feels good.
How do you know this?
I mean, if you're 7 years old and somebody, which I was trying to say this to my friends who had children, you're 7 years old and someone is stroking your penis, it feels good.
What?
Even though you don't have a name for what that is, it feels good. And when I first said this years ago, people were like, you're crazy, because everybody wants to believe it's like sexual assault and you're being thrown up against the wall and you're being raped. And I have said for years, if the abuser is any good, you won't even know it's happened. You will be in it and you won't even
Real quick. She said if your abuser is really good, you won't even know it happened. It'd be really quick because a 7-year-old like the way it feel anyway. This bee is sick. Listen to her.
know it's happened. And if the abuser is any good, he or she is going to make you feel like you're a part of it. I mean, and nothing is more being a part of it.
That's disgusting to hear for me. If the abuser is any good, then he's going to make you feel good about being abused at 7 years old. If you're 7 years old, it feels good to have your, like, what is she talking about? What is she talking about? So when I see that Oprah is on the Ellen Show with the Epstein Island resembling set, I told you I'm going to be very careful with my words today. But I'm going to give y'all the real. And y'all know how to deduce and take from it what you will. But when you see the final week of Ellen's show before Ellen leaves because Donald Trump is being elected, while Donald Trump is simultaneously promising that he's going to release the Epstein files, Oprah appears on the show with that in the background. And then she says her perspective on abuse of children is that. And
Now, she's a guest on the Ellen Show. She's been on this island, so she know what the background is. She didn't even say, oh, you got Epstein on the background of the show. She watched the Ellen Show. And she's talking, trying to explain a predator, and you see all the people in the audience, those grown folks in there shaking their head like, you're right. These some sick people. She's saying she pretty much told on herself, if you're really good, the kids won't even know they're being abused. Did y'all catch that? Because she was craped. I think she said 3 or 4 times as a kid. And what is the saying? Hurt people hurt people. This is why I think in her mind, it's okay. She's sick.
We know that Oprah has had her own past because she opened up months before, or she was interviewing, months before she interviewed Michael Jackson accusers. She opened up about her own abuse. And so this is what she had to say. She said, it happened to me at 9 years old, and then again at 10 years old, and then again at 11, and then 12, and 13, and 14, where she got pregnant at 14 years old, had the baby, and then the baby passed away a couple weeks after she had the baby. She said, you don't have language to begin to explain what's happening to you. That's a quote from Oprah. She said, that's why you feel you're not going to be believed. And if the abuser, the molester is any good, they will make you feel that you are complicit, that you were a part of it. That's what keeps you from telling anybody. Now,
y'all know what I just got out of that? What she wrote? Let me see what I got out of it. She was getting molested so much that she started to enjoy it. That's what I just got out of what she just said. I don't know what y'all got out of it. She started enjoying it. And you know who else said that on their own little way? Donnie McClurkin. He said he was getting molested so much that he thought it was normal. And that's when he started liking men as he got older. And if you ever watched the DeBarges documentary, they said the same thing because their father was raping them. They started enjoying it so much that they started doing each other, their brothers and sisters, because they thought it was normal and they liked the feeling. So they was in love with each other. I'm telling you, boy, this stuff goes deep.
she said that she was molested by her cousins and who else was it? It was somebody else. Her cousin, an uncle, and a family friend as a young girl. So this is what Oprah says, and this is her experience. Now, from that experience, we can kind of say, okay, I can see why.
Are you researching dental implants?
There's a lot of dental offices.
Hold on. Y'all look over my raggedy fingernails. They ain't
Question
done.
Oprah. Because the way you talk about it is so casual, and we know from just even looking at the R. Kelly case, when R. Kelly was abused as a kid by whoever, I think it was his sister or something, I'm not sure. But R. Kelly was abused as a kid. So, and we know that the statistics say that abuse victims are...
Let me refresh in people memory or bring y'all up to par what he mean about R. Kelly if you don't know about it. R. Kelly's sister allegedly was raping him and his brothers. Their mother had 1 daughter and 3 sons, and she was the oldest, and the mom had to work, so she was the babysitter. And R. Kelly loved his sister so much that he won't tell on her. But his big brother, who went to prison, he told the story for cows. Because R. Kelly is the middle child, and then they got a baby brother. He said that his sister would pick who she wanted to stay in the house after the mom go to work and she make the other 2 go outside. He said he don't remember her touching the baby boy. But between him and cows, she would pick who she wanted to stay in the house, and she would make them go down on her. And then she would play with their private and make them do stuff to her. So he was like, if she did that to me, I know she did it to cows. He said, because I remember several times, we called him Robert. I knew she would make Robert stay in the house. And he said he would be hurt because he knew what she was doing to him in there. But if you talk to him, he'd take up for her and say it never happened. He bought her a house. I think he fell in love with his predator. So it became normal.
more likely to become abusers. So people tie Ellen and Oprah to this Epstein stuff because of these things, right? And so when I looked at it, I said, huh, okay. Another interesting piece of this is, what's the connection between Jay-Z, Beyonce, or is there a connection between Jay-Z, Beyonce, Ellen, Oprah, any of that? So first I looked at Jay-Z. And the reason why is because we all know that one of the most shocking things that came out of the Epstein files was that Jay-Z was mentioned in it. And he had his own situation, which 50 Cent responded to as well, when 50 was like, I know I'm late on this, but it's kind of crazy. What do you got to do to get thrown in that mix? Posting a clip or a photo of the article of Jay-Z being involved in that. And so I was just going down the rabbit hole. Wasn't trying to find nothing, you know, but the only thing that kind of took me down that rabbit hole was the fact that Jay-Z and Beyonce are also leaving LA a year after buying their home in LA to go be neighbors to Ellen DeGeneres in the UK. So that made me question.
Y'all hear that? Wow. They just bought a house in LA. As soon as these Epstein files got to going hard, they left their home and they're going to be neighbors with Ellen. And y'all know what's going on in Hawaii, right? Oprah down there, and the guy that owned Facebook, Mark Zimmerberg or whatever, she's neighbors with him. I think Elon has property. Hawaii getting so upset because so many Americans are going down there buying up the land, and the Hawaiians can't buy land because they buying up all the property, and allegedly they making underground tunnels in Hawaii. Are they setting up a new island? Is that what they're doing over there? Setting up a new island? And then y'all remember the big fire happened over there and Oprah wouldn't even help? Her and The Rock did something called raising money, and she a billionaire. And I think when the fire happened, a lot of children came up missing in Hawaii. A lot of stuff is happening around Oprah. You guys pay attention.
Things because I was questioning Ellen, so I have to say, well, why are they both doing this at the same time? The article says Jay-Z and Beyonce are reportedly preparing to make England their new destination after years of building portfolios of extravagant homes in the United States. The couple is said to be exploring a quieter lifestyle overseas. The decision comes after the destructive wildfires in LA made them consider routes elsewhere. Sure. It's a good excuse. The interest in the UK has been ongoing for months. Over the summer, while Beyonce performed in London, insiders revealed that she and Jay-Z toured a 58-acre property in Cotswolds, where they will be neighbors with who? Ellen DeGeneres. Then,
Bookkeeping business owners make an average of.
Let this play real quick. Before I let it play, I'm going to ask y'all a question. Have y'all thought about why it's always fires? Hollywood, it's fires, and it's over there by the mansions and stuff. The fires don't never be in the hood in LA. The fire's always over there where the rich people live. Have you ever noticed that? When LA be burning down, it be the mansions and the celebrities losing their homes. Because my auntie them's been there forever, all my life. They always say, no, it's over by Beverly Hills. You know why? I think they be burning evidence. I think after so long, they got to let stuff go because they done did so much dirt in the mansions and stuff, and they want to burn them down. Then all of a sudden, Oprah go to Hawaii and stuff start burning up over there. And yes, I hear you, the person was talking about Oprah and the women in Africa. I know the story over there. Those girls coming up missing, they've been beat, they've been misused. They had a case going on with them girls in Africa. That school she has. And all of a sudden, we didn't hear nothing else about it. I don't even hear Oprah talk about her school no more. So where the girls at, Oprah? Were they graduated and went on with their life? Where they at? They need to find out where them African girls are.
$76 per hour, according to a recent survey by
and some people online put this connection together.
Listen to this.
And said, look how Jay-Z and Ellen are wearing the same white hoodie with the same logo on it, And the caption on this was, if I told you what that drawing on their hoodie represents, you wouldn't be able to sleep at night. Okay? Now, people can say anything, but I do think it's a little interesting. I don't think.
Look at the hoodies. They have on the exact same hoodie. Ellen just looked like hers is in the shadow, but they both white hoodies. And it's like a block, like a demon face on their hoodie. And the caption read, if I told you what this drawing represents on these shirts, you wouldn't be able to sleep at night. What kind of mess is that? What? That's gotta be demonic. What is it? I've never seen a drawing like that in my life. And why him and Ellen has on the exact same hoodie? Not making sense.
Expect Jay-Z and Ellen to be dressing the same, but who knows, right? So first thing I did was go back and look. Let me see if there's a connection between Oprah and Jay-Z, right? And it turns out that not much. There's not much of a connection between Oprah and Jay-Z. It seems like actually Oprah doesn't even really like Jay-Z. Because she told Gayle King, if you guys remember when Jay did the interview with Gayle King a little while ago, a couple years ago, and he was talking about should you take the $500,000 with him or $500,000 or dinner with him. That interview, Gayle King begged for, and Oprah said that Gayle King was groveling. And Gayle King said this in an interview. She said, even Oprah told me, you are making a damn fool of yourself. Stop asking him. He doesn't want to do it, but I couldn't let it go. I don't know why he said yes or why he changed his mind, but I'm just grateful that he did. And they ended up doing the interview. So when I seen that there's no real connection between Oprah and Jay-Z outside of Oprah says that Jay-Z opened her mind about interviewing hip-hop artists, that's really the only connection. But when you go look at the situation, the connection comes between Oprah and Beyonce. And I think that this is the story of Jay-Z's career, somewhat. Where it's like people don't really like Jay-Z behind the scenes, but they want the connection with Beyonce. And they want the relationship with Beyonce. So they'll put up with Jay-Z for that connection. So then I have to do my digging on, okay, let me see what this is about. And Oprah Winfrey is so close to Beyonce. She went to her Cowboy Carter tour, and it's reported that they've had a relationship for a long time, where they've been friends for a long time. So I'm going to jump into the Jay-Z and Ellen DeGeneres connection, but I kind of want to jump into Oprah and Beyonce first, because the Jay-Z part is interesting, and Nicki Minaj has recently come out and said a lot of crazy things about Jay, and Jay's been fighting allegations about messing with kids for a long time. The first time I heard about it,
I want y'all to hear what Nicki said. Now, even though I'm not a huge fan of Nicki Minaj, and what she been doing lately is kind of strange, but I think Nicki is running for coverage. I think she's trying to be protected. That's why she's running to y'all uncle in the White House. I think she's scared. So she feel like I got to go over here with them because they got more power. But watch what she says. Listen to what she says about Jay-Z.
was him being accused of messing with Foxy Brown. And they say that's why Nas is saying on the songs, Fox got you hot because you kept your face in her puss. What you think you getting girls now because of your looks? Negro, please. That's what Nas said about Jay-Z. And Nas also has an audio that I don't have queued up for you guys. Let me see if I can find it. I wish I had this audio queued up. Where Nas said that Jay-Z is just as perverted as R. Kelly. And obviously a lot of you guys know Jay-Z and R. Kelly did a album together and went on tour. I do have the video here. Let me see if I can find the clip where Nas is specifically talking about it. I did a live stream on this previously where Nas was going off, you know what I mean? And he said these things about Jay-Z. So Jay has been fighting these allegations for a long time. I'm gonna download that, let that download so we can play it. But this is what Nicki Minaj said about Jay. Nicki said, your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and mutilate and kill them as a form of blood sacrifice to their God, lowercase g. I got it right here. Get to the Nas part in a second. So, one second, guys. I'm trying to find the part where Nas was speaking before. I'll continue if I can.
There's a lot of work that goes into making a podcast. The setup is what.
While we waiting on this commercial, could y'all please tap the screen? We need about 100 people to push a like and keep up. Come on, man. It only take a few minutes to push the like and show love. Please show some love to the channel.
So, Nicki said that, and she also said, what in the F, posting this picture of Jay-Z and Aaliyah, young Aaliyah, and she put hashtag child predator.
Oh, I'm glad he put
She
that
also
up
said-
there. Look at Aaliyah, y'all. She don't have no boobies. She ain't got no hips. Look how young she was. Didn't I just say the other day on my video that Jay known to be around with young girls? He talked about R. Kelly with Aaliyah. Look at him. Aaliyah was a young girl on there. She about 15. So who the heck Jay think he playing with? And I think that's why he set R. Kelly up, because he was actually in love with Aaliyah. That's why him and Dame Dash fell out, because all three of them was in love with this little girl. All three of them was in love with this little girl. This some sick shit. And look how she bent up against him. You can't tell me they don't have something going on.
And Nicki kind of went on a rant.
Thank you for the
Her and
love,
Jay-Z have issues.
Catherine.
She said, are y'all understanding that these people have been sacrificing children as a way of gaining and maintaining power?
Oh, there we go.
If you ever vote...
Look at that. Looky. Aaliyah 15, Jay-Z 90, I was going to say 96, 26. Aaliyah 15, Jay-Z 26. Jay-Z 27, Beyonce 16. Didn't I just say that in my video the day before yesterday? They forgot to put Brandy up there and Foxy Brown. Oh, they forgot a few of them. Jay-Z liked young girls. But he talked about R. Kelly. Now y'all see why Jay-Z did not take the blood test for the young man and say he's Jay-Z's son and got his whole face. That boy looks just like that. He looks just like Jay. But if he takes the blood test and it comes back that's his son, that means he impregnated that young man's mother when she was 15 and he was 23, 24. That's why Jay-Z won't take the blood test. He looks at that boy and see his face. He know that's his son, but he can't say it is because he will be exposed. Wow.
Democrat, again, you're just as soulless as they are and will perish. Maybe it's time for me to do some story times. So Nicki has made these accusations, and obviously Jay has had these allegations about him messing with young women over and over again. One was Foxy Brown. That was the first one. The second one was Aaliyah. The third one was Beyonce. And the fourth one was Rihanna. People always have these things
Rihanna
to say about
too?
Jay, like, man, he always messing with some teenager as a grown man. And you guys can see other pictures where obviously we've seen Jay-Z and Diddy together a lot. So that's going to affect it too. Man, I wish I have the Nas video queued up for you guys, but I don't know specifically the timestamp.
You know when I knew Jay-Z wasn't shit? The way he did Dame Dash. Dame Dash was his best friend. And if it wasn't for Dame, Jay wouldn't even exist. Dame put him on. He was the brain. Soon as Jay-Z had the opportunity to shit on him and take off in Hollywood, he did it. And you know why Jay really won't help Dame Dash? Because Dame been homeless and everything, and Jay a billionaire. Don't you think he should help him? Because that's his boy. But you know why he won't help him? I'm going to tell y'all why he won't help him. Bam, right there. She was in love with Dame. She was in love with R. Kelly. She never loved Jay. So he hate both of them. This is like a Lifetime movie. He made sure Kels went to prison, did 30 years, and he left Dame Dash homeless behind her.
Which I'll play the audio for y'all. 1 second. Let me see if I can hear it. trying to find it. But, all right. Next time I'll have that queued up for you guys, or maybe I'll put a clip out and let you guys see it when we off the live stream. But Nas was going off. Like, Jay, he just as bad as R. Kelly and all this different stuff. Nas was on the radio. Maybe you guys can find that on your own time. Anyways, Nicki also said, imagine if a 30-year-old rapper was out here with a 16-year-old in this day and age, and how y'all would have his head on a platter. The guy, referring to Jay-Z, was hugging and humping on teens in broad daylight. Next, I'll get on the owner of the Shade Room. So, Jay has fought these allegations. But somebody that's gotten the blowback of the allegations is Beyoncé. And the report says that Beyoncé has lost 10 million Instagram followers after Jay-Z was linked to the Epstein case. And so, like, obviously, people are going to step away. The article says Beyoncé has reportedly lost 10 million followers on Instagram following new claims involving her husband, rapper Jay-Z, and documents tied to Jeffrey Epstein. The files were released by the U.S. DOJ, Department of Justice, and allege shocking incidents, though none of the claims have led to charges. According to reports, after Jay-Z's name appeared in documents, he lost over 100,000 followers himself on Instagram. Some of those were major.
Dang, Jay lost 100,000. Beyonce lost 10 million. So did Nicki Minaj. But that lets you know when the Lord say, I am a jealous God. When he said, I'm a jealous God, you can't serve two gods. All he doing is coming back to collect. He letting us see right now in front of everybody's face that money can't save you. Stop chasing money and chase God. And he'll supply all your needs. They forgot about God and they chased Satan. And now they finna fall. Just like Anton Daniels. All the money he have and he's losing all his followings. So what is the man to gain the world and lose his soul? That's crazy.
Accounts including celebrities and brands, and they're also said to have unfollowed him. At the time of reporting, Jay-Z still has around 1 million followers, and his wife Beyoncé, along with Lindsay Lohan, Diddy, Ivanka Trump, and Kris Jenner, continue to follow. Speculation suggests that Kim Kardashian, Rihanna, Apple Music, and NFL accounts may have unfollowed him. I am interested to see how this affects Jay-Z's NFL deal, but Beyoncé is even getting the blowback of this. And it made me go down a rabbit hole to see what's the connection between Beyoncé and this whole thing, if there is a connection. Because we've seen like videos that make us a little skeptical and questionable, like, what is Beyoncé doing here? Like, you remember when she was doing this on stage with Jay-Z? And certain things make me go, like, hold on, man. What if Jay is like...
That's the sound of
They
American
finna show us
origin. Hard
demonic
work.
crap. I
Wanna
don't
be a
like
part of
that.
it?
But we gonna watch it. I don't like it, but I'm gonna let y'all watch it. Here we go.
Look, he's scared. What if Jay is like not the guy? Like, obviously, there's something weird going on here.
Oh, look at her.
But what if it's actually both of them? And I know a lot of people don't want to see Beyonce that way. They don't want to believe that Beyonce would know anything. But one article from CNN exposed the secret rituals of the world's leading creators, and Beyonce was the topic of the article. And this is where you get images from her tour where she's wearing these deity costumes and different things like that. And the writer, whose name is Ellen Weinstein, not to be confused with Harvey Weinstein's ex-wife, who's also named Ellen Weinstein. I thought that was ironic. I thought there was a connection there, but it ended up being that this is a different Ellen Weinstein. But she wrote this. She said, Beyonce is just like the rest of us. Or at least that's what New York-based Ellen Weinstein wants you to think. Now, she explored in the book that she wrote the quirky, good luck rituals of some of the world's most renowned creative personalities to show what they get, that they get nervous just like the rest of us. Now, this woman was trying to paint Beyonce in a positive light, but she ended up exposing that Beyonce does some weird rituals behind the scenes. She said to calm her nerves before taking the stage, Beyonce engages in extensive pre-show rituals that includes a stretch prayer, an hour of a long time, with her favorite playlist. Now, there was a pastor, and I want y'all to look at this image before I show you what this pastor said about Beyonce. But look at this, man. Like, does that look like normal? Yeah. These people really believe that they're gods.
Wow.
Look at these images.
Look at the horns.
These are real pictures, by the way. Like, this ain't no AI or nothing made up. These are real pictures that Beyonce has really worn these outfits and done these different things. And so,
Thank you, TK.
a pastor spoke about Beyonce and his experience with Beyonce's family, Solange, and different things. This is Pastor Richard Lorenzo, who used to be into voodoo and Santeria and all this different stuff. And he spoke about how he was heavily into witchcraft, and he knows for a fact from his own experience that Beyonce and her family are into it as well. Check it out.
For the Lord. So I went to New Orleans, man. This is when it was solidified in my heart. I'm getting, I went to this specific, it's called Botanica. There's a Puerto Rican guy who's a dual inducted warlock, Santeria, voodoo, Haitian voodoo. His spiritual mother is a Haitian lady, and they start teaching me more. And I'm there for about a whole week. And he's telling me, I'm the one that's supposed to induct you. You need to come to Puerto Rico and Haiti with me. We're going to go in October, right, in Halloween time. And you got to sleep at a cemetery. You got to sleep in Puerto Rico and Haiti first for about a week. Then you got to go to Puerto Rico. And I'm thinking, okay, well.
He told you to sleep inside of a cemetery?
Yeah, if you ever study people that are in Ifa, Yoruba, Santeria, Voodoo, they'll tell you, in order to get inducted, you have to sleep in a cemetery and be tortured. Like, they actually put you through rituals.
So he just letting you guys know that he's credible. I'm not lying. I'm not telling you guys something that I didn't experience.
It won't go louder. I'm sorry.
It's real experience, and I think he's giving the backstory, which is important, so people know exactly what's going on. That he's legitimate.
For the ones that couldn't hear what he was saying, he was speaking really low, and it won't go any louder. He said that. Hold on, it's still going. Hold on. I'm sorry. He said that they put you through rituals. You got to sleep in cemeteries and get tortured to be a part of this. And this is some stuff they do in New Orleans. And he pretty much saying this is what Beyonce and her family is into. So try to listen closely because he's talking really low.
Probably could look that up all online, man. Yeah, so I'm thinking this is it. But I was kind of nervous, man, and I'll never forget. One of those days I was being trained up. I'm behind the register where the altar is and all that. And Solange Knowles walks in. Beyonce's sister.
And wait, what city were you in?
I'm in New Orleans. In
Yeah.
the Botanica.
Yeah.
Like in the cut. Like kind of like, what's that street that everybody goes
Bourbon.
to? Yeah, it's like.
Thank you,
15 minutes
Pamela,
down.
for the love.
And I promise you, bro. She walks in with her boyfriend. I don't know if that's still her boyfriend. It's like a Trini guy with glasses. And I'm looking like, okay, am I seeing things? No, this ain't her. He's talking to me. And I was like, bro, is that Solange? She's like, oh yeah, she always comes in here. Her and her family, they always are doing rituals.
Her family?
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy, right?
Wow.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
The dude just dropped it down. He said all of them are they regular, and that's particular. Why that particular shop? So because they were in the area, like she was going to, like it's like a lot of these witches and warlocks, they have specific areas they go to get witchcraft. So
What?
like, for example, like how about this? Like
Oh, they trust it. They trust this place to have like these powerful items that's spiritual.
Did y'all hear that mess? Beyonce and her mom, her sister, and her family go to this particular place to learn about witchcraft and do rituals. I believe it because look at Miss. Have y'all looked at Beyonce mother? That's Miss Tina is so geeky. She scares me. That's why I be careful to talk about her. I'm like, oh, she got me scared. She don't look normal. And they from New Orleans. Her mama originally from New Orleans, and that's what they do all that stuff.
Actually have already proven to work in the past. It's like Christians, right? Like let's say me and you were, we got our local church here in the A, and then we went to Dallas, and it's a Sunday. Hey, bro, you trying to go slide to this church? I heard about it. Sure, let's go. We go because we want to just get filled, right? We want to worship, get in the spirit. It's the body of Christ. The devil perverts.
Oh shoot, hold on, y'all.
So they were in that local area, and I think she actually went there. Like that was one of her main spots where she would get the witchcraft items. She would
Plug
get
in my
the
laptop.
she would get the herbs. She would get all the sage, all that stuff, man. Like she was. I remember. I never forget grabbing stuff. Like it was like grocery shopping, bro.
Wow.
Grocery like. It was similar to the witchcraft store I told you I went to today in 5 Points, like something like that, like on the corner. And she just grabbed into the register, and I'm like, hey, are you free? He's like, no.
Y'all see what's going on, man?
Hold on,
If
my
you
stuff
were
is
cash
dying.
a $42,166 paycheck, then I've got good
I think I saved it.
news.
That was close.
My name is Lee Arnold, and last week I gave away 80.
Like, this is common practice. She just walking in broad daylight. Whoever's in there is in there. Solange knows if this is true. And maybe Beyonce has to be a little more low-key about it. But if you remember the lyrics from Jay-Z, he had a song where he said, I told my wife the spiritual-ish really worked. Y'all remember that? And he... Man, a lot of what you think is going on is not actually what's going on. Everybody assumes that we all just serving the same gods. These people ain't serving the same gods. I want to get back to Jay-Z and Ellen DeGeneres. But when you hear this story and then you see the imagery from Beyonce, it's like, yeah, okay, this makes all these things. A lot of times when they wearing these outfits and they having these type of shows, these are rituals in their own way. And they're making themselves lowercase gods, lowercase g gods. And you don't know it when you're buying a ticket, but you're signing up to be a part of the ritual.
Yeah, exactly what I just said. When you go to these concerts and you watch these movies, you're a part of who they are. You become a part of who they are. And this is where that wickedness coming to your home and to your kids. You see your kids acting crazy. They want to be like the artists and they get the pow-pows and the demonic spirits get into them. That's blasphemy what she's doing. Calling herself a god. That's blasphemy. In certain ways you got to do it. We of God. We part of God, but we're not God. And that's where people get confused. And she don't say, if y'all listen to Beyonce speak, she don't say Father God, she say Mother God. She said he's both. I said, what did she just say? I said, oh my goodness, I feel bad for her. That's blasphemy. She's done. But see, this is her heaven, y'all. She don't care about going to hell. This is her heaven. That's why they got so much money. They sold to have heaven now. Oof.
And I thought that was just crazy. Now here's another part of this. When you look at the hoodies that Jay-Z and Ellen DeGeneres are wearing, who both are tied to the Epstein files in their own ways, the logo on the hoodie, that little red bloody mark, is actually a Basquiat painting. It's like a symbol from Basquiat. Basquiat
it looks
is a
scary.
painter that everybody says Jay-Z is trying to look like and trying to emulate and different things. If you don't know who Basquiat is, do your research on it. Basquiat was an American painter. He died in...
That's what 50 Cent said about Jay-Z. He tried to look like Basquiat. He was, I think, a G painter, a G man, and his hair is like Jay-Z's. With his hair all over his head, that's where Jay-Z get it from. And then he has this man wicked painting on his sweater. Yeah, I believe everything that he's a black painter. Was he G? I can't say the certain words. Did he like the same sex? The same X? God, so many words we can't say. Oh my goodness. Who would wear that on their sweater? Can y'all see that face? That is like, oh my goodness.
1988 of a heroin overdose in New York City. And he died in his apartment at the age of 27. And 50 Cent has said a lot of different things about Jay-Z trying to look, and I think dude was also bisexual. Yeah. So 50 would always make fun of Jay-Z, like, why your favorite rapper want to look like a gay painter, right? And why is he trying to, imitate that? Because Jay-Z would, I mean, if you look at the hair and different things like that, we all always knew Jay-Z for the Caesar. And then one day he just woke up and said, you know what, I'm going to start growing my hair out like this. Let me show y'all the image. This is Jay-Z and Basquiat next to each other.
Wow.
And you remember there was a period of time where Jay just started talking a bunch of art talk. And people was like, why Jay always talking about art now and the music and different things like that? And so, you know, he also took a picture with, I think this is the, he also took a picture with Beyonce in front of the artwork of Basquiat. And we're doing a pretty good job moving through this content.
That's
I thought it would take
crazy.
longer, but we're doing a great job. So, you know, that's a Basquiat painting and different things like that. And I always thought it's interesting, how do these people pick specific artists? But when you look at it, the history of who Basquiat was when he was alive, what you find is he's actually Madonna's ex-boyfriend.
What?
Him and Madonna were dating.
Oh my God.
That's a picture of them together. Now you tell me how some random painter from New York gets to date Madonna, I don't know. But I think it's interesting because all this could be, like, you don't get into those circles by accident. But who is Madonna to Jay-Z? Not much history there. But you know where there is history? Madonna and Beyonce.
Get the...
This article says that they gave an extensive history of Madonna and Beyonce's quiet friendship. Why is the friendship quiet? I don't know. But there's a huge history between Madonna and Beyonce, saying that they've been friends for a long time, which would make...
Check this out, y'all. And Madonna dated Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson had a crush on who? Beyonce. How was this young girl around all these older people my age and older? Michael was older than me, and I think Madonna, how old is Madonna, somebody? Isn't she almost 60 or 60-something? Beyonce not even 50. She's hanging around all these older people. Just like, if I said this, I don't know if y'all caught this before. Do y'all remember when Diddy had Making the Band and he made them go over to the Brooklyn Beach? She's 68. Madonna is 68. And how old is Beyonce? 47? And this was years ago. Oh, yeah, she dated Tupac, too. I think they put her on Tupac because they wanted to turn Tupac out. And he actually fell in love with Madonna. And he said, I can't be with you because if I be with you, all my fans go turn on me. But he actually was in love with Madonna. She still have love letters from Tupac from jail. But anyway, back to what I was saying. When they went over to Brooklyn Bridge to get the cheesecake, they were going to get it for Beyonce. She was upstairs in the studio with Diddy. So Beyonce been a pass around for a long time. And we be wondering why these young girls or how they end up entwined with these older people because their parents are selling them. You gonna tell me that the Knowles family didn't know what Beyonce was? Now you see why they took her from Destiny Child and made her Queen Bee? They thought she was better than everybody because they knew they were sacrificing her and they knew they were selling her. So LaToya Lockett and Tanya, y'all should be blessed. Y'all thought it was a curse. That was a blessing that they kicked y'all out the group. Real quick, I want to say too. She was at Diddy's house, at a Diddy's party. Now this came out of Diddy's mouth, so I don't even have to say allegedly. I seen the interview. Beyonce was at the party. Now this was years ago, so she had to be a teenager or younger in her 20s. And all of a sudden, a security guard walks up to Diddy and said, hey, Diddy, you need to come to the door and see who at the door. I know some of y'all heard this story before. A lot of people have it. He said, what's going on? He go to the door, and it's Michael Jackson. And Michael states to him, hey, Diddy, why I didn't get an invite? So he said he looking like, I didn't know you wanted one, Mike. I'm sorry. And he said, I heard Beyonce here. I want to see Beyonce. And he said they danced all night long. Now, how he know Beyonce was at the party? Did he hear that she was like the party flavor? Who told him about this young girl at the party? And why did he come across town to dance with a young girl all night long? And you know, he was also on the island too, if y'all like it or not. See, y'all be making these celebrities bigger than life. And I love me some Michael Jackson. I love me some New Edition. But if they doing something wicked, rituals and doing stuff with kids, no, the love is out the door. I don't care who you are. But see, y'all don't say that about Michael. I'm going to say it about Michael, Joe, Catherine, and whoever else doing something wicked. Because I heard Janet is doing it too.
sense why Jay-Z is so enamored with Basquiat, especially if Madonna used to date Basquiat. Isn't that interesting? It's crazy, man.
Donna love her black man.
They say that Beyonce sang a song on an opening track for Madonna that said, I, mother of my house, vow to keep my effing mouth to myself. What does that mean? Sometimes we hear songs and we don't never try to like deduce what the words actually mean. We just hear the beat and the melody and we go, oh, this is dope. But what does that mean? I, mother of my house, vow to keep my effing mouth to myself. Beyonce singing that. What does that mean? Anyways, there's a lot of demonic stuff in this, man. Now here's where it gets interesting and we get back to Oprah and the connection.
I have a challenge for you. I want to know if you'd like to write a book, your own book, in only 10 weeks, using a proven technique that makes it so simple, and have it published in that time, which will create or dramatically increase.
Beyonce came together with Madonna for Oprah Winfrey. Isn't that interesting? Right? Now, there's a bunch of puzzle pieces here that we got to try to figure out and put together for ourselves. But it just shows you how this is all one big circle and they're all connected in some way. And even if Oprah don't like Jay-Z or Madonna don't like Jay-Z or whatever's going on, I don't know if they do or don't, but it seems like Oprah don't really like Jay. But they're all still connected because Beyonce. And if
You know what I think it is? Why Oprah don't like Jay and Jay don't like R. Kelly and somebody don't like 50 Cent. I think they all in competition to be the biggest demon. They want to be the head person right up under Lucian Granger and Clyde Davis. They like some disobedient kids fighting for a position. This is why they don't like each other. For a long time, wasn't Oprah the only black person y'all heard about being a billionaire in Hollywood? Oprah. Now all of a sudden they having the billionaire brunch and all that with Diddy. So Oprah jealous. She want all the shine. That's why.
like I heard 50 say one time, when Beyonce gets invited to the White House to come sing, Jay-Z's gonna get invited because you're Beyonce's husband. You ain't gotta do nothing. We got to give Jay-Z a Grammy to get Beyonce to show up to the award show. That's what we're gonna do. So there's a connection between Jay-Z and Basquiat because it could be because, let me not say because, but it possibly it could be because Madonna used to date Basquiat. Madonna's close friends with Beyonce. Madonna and Beyonce are close friends with Oprah. Jay-Z is wearing that picture of the wearing that hoodie of the same thing that Ellen is wearing the hoodie of, right? And Beyonce and Madonna have had this quiet friendship for years. It's like all one crazy stuff. Beyonce even credited Madonna with inspiring her new career direction. She said, I felt like I wanted to follow in the footsteps of Madonna and be a powerhouse and have my own empire. And show other women when you get to this point in your career, you don't have to go sign with someone else and share your money and success. You can do everything yourself. So Beyonce went so far as to say Madonna inspires her. So while Madonna is inspiring Beyonce, Basquiat is inspiring Jay-Z. And
oh, that's weird.
Madonna had a very weird statement, by the way.
That is weird. Madonna went with the artist, and she's Beyonce idol, and he's Jay-Z idol. That is weird.
When Basquiat passed away, and she said after Basquiat's death, and he was 27 years old in 1988, and they dated in 82 and 83. Madonna said a very, very dark, to me, I thought the statement was extremely dark. You guys might feel the same. After Basquiat's death, when asked to comment on the artist's death, she replied this. She said, this is Madonna speaking, when I heard that Jean-Michel Basquiat had died, I wasn't surprised. He was too fragile for this world. What? I just think all of this is weird.
It is.
And she said this, by the way, in a magazine that was founded by Andy Warhol. And we know Jay-Z has the lines, that's a Warhol in case you need your chest knocked off. Y'all be talking crazy under the IG pictures when you get to Hell Telling Blockers and shit. Like, these are Jay-Z lyrics where he's referencing these people. So you know that there's a connection between all these different people and everything that's going on, man. Overall, I think it's a lot of puzzle pieces, and I think it's a lot of things that we're looking at here that all these people are connected. And I think it's going to come out, or maybe it'll never come out, that Beyonce is not innocent. And Beyonce is more tied to this than people want to give her credit for, because people love Beyonce. And they don't want to believe that the person that they love and the person that they idolize and the person that they buy all this merch from and buy all these tickets, these high ticket price shows, and been supporting since you was a kid and different things like that. You don't want to believe that somebody you love could be worshiping Satan. To be honest with you, not saying that I know for a fact that she is or isn't, but where there's smoke, there's fire. And you definitely don't want to believe that these people are involved, like Nicki Minaj said, in sacrificing children. Or any of these demonic rituals. But I'll say this. How far would you go for us that believe in Christ, for us that follow Christ is more is a better way to say that. How far would you go if Christ told you to do something? That's the same level of belief that they have in their lowercase gods. And they will go just as far for their lowercase gods.
I never looked at it that way.
If you read Genesis, it talks about how after Abel was killed by Cain, Cain went into the world. And he was kicked out of the Garden of Eden, and he was sent into the land of Nod, and he began building the first cities outside of the Garden of Eden. Seth was then born as a spiritual replacement to Abel. And Seth, and he stayed with Adam and Eve, and Seth built altars for God, to worship God, the Father, Christ, right? And Christ, obviously, and Holy Spirit. But
here's how women are able to earn $1,000 in 30 days by sending messages on their phone. And some take it even more than that. I mean, this girl just earned over.
Seth built altars. Cain built kingdoms. And if you look at it, the way that the world is divided right now, if you look at it, it's the same way today. Some of us are out here building altars to worship God, while other people are building kingdoms of the earth, separate from God. And I think that, look at success. You have to always remember what you see as successful and what you actually know to be successful is not the same thing. Just because somebody's making a lot of money and is famous, don't mean that they're doing
I said
the right
that
things according to Scripture. And it don't mean that they align with God. Because God is not, God, the blessings of the world don't make you rich. The blessings of the Lord do.
Amen.
Scripture says the blessings of the Lord increases with riches, and he has no sorrow to it. Just because somebody is blessed by the world, even Satan took Jesus to the highest mountain and said, I'll give you all these kingdoms. All you got to do is bow down, worship me, and give your power to me. Because I have the power to give you all these kingdoms, for it has been given to me by Adam and Eve. That's what Satan said to Jesus. So what do you think he's saying to these celebrities? If you just worship me, then I'll give you this. Everybody will worship you. All I need is you to give your power to me. Everybody not worshiping the same God, bro. And everybody's success ain't the same. For that same reason. For that reason. That's all I got for you guys on this live stream. God bless you guys, man. I hope that you guys
that
found some information that you thought was informative.
That was good. Did y'all enjoy his breakdown on it? Because he's good. He's like one of the best I've seen, for real. He is awesome. I ain't showing myself tonight because I don't feel good, you guys. But thank you for watching. I hope that opened your eyes a little bit. And I know for a fact that Nicki Minaj, I believe she's telling the truth. I believe that since she's ran over there to your uncle up in the White House, she feel like she's safe. And I gotta believe he got her doing this because he want the heat up off of him. You know what I'm saying? So he got her talking about everybody in Hollywood. Don't be surprised every day Nicki go say something different because she didn't jump boats. And she want to take down the people who she never liked anyway. If y'all watch it was an old video of Nicki before she was famous. Her teeth was messed up. She was skinny. And she was dogging out black women. She said, we're ugly. She don't like us. She's not black. I'm from Trinidad. And black people got big nose and big... She was dogging us. Soon as she became famous, guess who put money in her pocket? Black people. That's why I said we be doing the dumbest shit. People don't even like us, and we always running playing Captain Save Somebody. So Nicki don't care about taking down R&B artists and actors and singers. She don't think she black. She don't think, well, she's not. She's from Trinidad. But she don't identify closer than us than them. So she wants to take everybody brown down because she thinks she's better than us. But guess who was supporting her? Y'all was. I'm a Barb. And she didn't even like you. That's what they have to say about Cardi B. Cardi B has a fun spirit heart. She might say dumb stuff. She might do dumb stuff. But she's genuine. I could tell she's like, she get right in the crowd and dance with you, have a good time. She don't think she's better than nobody because she's from slum. She's from the Bronx. So she's used to, even though she's from another country, she used to being out there having fun with people because she had to be on the strip pole to make money. You know, she had to run around with these girls that was scraping to eat. So she identified, I'm like you my sister. Nicki thinks she better. You see, she cannot stand Cardi B. And Nicki Minaj have the worst, y'all. The worst attitude. I saw her in action. She has the worst attitude. She make you don't like her because her ugly spirit. She's mean to her crew. She mean to the fans. She's a mean person. Her fame made her think she was above everybody else. And she's going to go tumbling, falling down hard. Because she just ran to Lucifer uncle. She thought, I'm going to go for safety. Now, you just ran to the lion's den, baby. You over there at the lion's den. Because at the end of the day, if you see him sending Jesus and everybody out the country, and now they messing with Pookie and Ray Ray, you don't think they going to mess with your little brown self? You think they going to keep you and let you come to the all-white city? Really? I guess you gonna be the house Negro, because you sure ain't finna sit at the table with them. You gonna be serving them. Fool. Stupid. But this how dumb people are. I'm gonna tell them all y'all, because I'm over here with them. And you be the first one they unalive. Once they get everything they want to know, you will be the first they unalive. But it's your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman, y'all. I'm gonna come back probably, hopefully in another hour if I'm not tired. I want to tell y'all what happened to me in court today with Mr. Willie. But thank y'all for watching. Please share. Get the likes up because they still too far back. I need y'all to get the likes up before I go off of here. I need at least 100 people. Come on, man. Well, it was 60-something more people need to push like. I want to be like him. If you ain't a subscriber, you ain't gonna be able to make no comments. You gotta be a subscriber to my channel because y'all just out here just watching to see. I guess y'all just watching to see if I fail. What other reason you wouldn't subscribe to a free channel and push like if you watching it? To see somebody fail. But I have several videos. I have over 2,000 videos. Could you guys please watch 4 a day? That's all I'm asking. Y'all don't have to give me no money. If y'all do, it's Cash App Nina 121269. If you want to donate to the channel, I greatly appreciate it. It would go to a good cause, and I always play it forward, and I help others in need. Otherwise, if you don't have a dime, all I want is your time. Okay? I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night.